After watching Zach Wilson last night get booed out of the stadium, and then watching the Jets teammates all rally around somebody that is brand new to their team in Strafolsky, and then the Mike fucking White chants and everything that has taken place over there, we can assume the Zach Wilson days are gone. We thought there was a chance that was going to happen with Trevor Lawrence as well. Sure. We thought the number 1 pick and the number 2 pick of last year's draft were potentially going to be busts. Trevor Lawrence goes into the Urban Meyer-led Jacksonville Jaguars. Urban Meyer, obviously very successful college football coach. Very successful.
Wins everywhere.
Nobody can doubt that. Utah, Florida, Ohio State. Win, win, win. Now, scandal, leave. Scandal, leave. Scandal, leave, win, 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 though. That's all Urban Meyer has done. So the thought of him maybe winning in the NFL was expected, I think, by some people, certainly the Khan family that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. It all went a different direction, didn't it? It went down the toilet, both the regular flush way, and then if you go to Australia, flushing the other way. It went down this way and down that way in the toilet in Jacksonville. And we just thought Trevor Lawrence was going to be another great quarterback, lost to the cause of the fuckery that is the NFL. Not given an actual opportunity to be great, maybe not even that great, maybe overhyped, maybe in the men's league couldn't do it. Then these last 7, 8 games here, Trevor Lawrence with Doug Peterson, he has been spectacular to watch. He's large, he's athletic, and he's a tough son bitch. The Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor, at PMI Mitt sitting in for Todd Schmidt. That'll be Mitt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys, Tone Diggs. And a man that's joining us for the first hour here, live from Manhattan, Ohio, actually has a similar jawline and hair as Trevor Lawrence. Can't wait to get his take. Ladies and gentlemen, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup champion, COVID survivor, AJ Hawk.
Hey, baby, AJ!
AJ, great to see you. Merry Christmas Eve. Thank you for joining us early. Let's continue where I was there. Trevor Lawrence is spectacular. He's a tough son of a bitch, too. That hit he took late from Michael Clemens, rookie out of Texas A&M, who plays on their punt team, and blind. This play is a nothing play at the end of the game to secure the win. Christ. It's an incompletion. That's a 1995 tackle in the NFL. Trevor Lawrence hopped right the fuck up, jogged right off the field, and then after the game, Trevor Lawrence, Jesus. He got low bridge too. Schoolboyed in that thing. Speared and low bridged. He gets up, and after the game, he shows zero signs of being sore. His jawline is immaculate. This dude's a ball player, AJ. I saw emotion, I saw talent, I see skill, and he's seemingly an incredible leader as well. The boys have rallied behind him. What did you see out of him last night, AJ?
I mean, absolutely what you are saying, but Trevor Lawrence, how quickly did he get rid of the ball? He had the ball, boom, catch, boom, 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 everywhere. At times when he needed to, with the weather, he found a way to get rid of that ball so fast. It was just I thought the offensive game plan was good with the weather and the elements, everything. And I think he looks in control, man. He looks like, hey, these guys believe me. We have a great offense around me, and let's go win some games. And now they could possibly win their division. Shout
out to Fitzy. They can. 2 more games.
For sure.
2 more games. They got the Titans last week at home will be to win the division if they can handle business next week, which, with the way this Jacksonville team is playing, we're going to assume they are. They go from being Clan-Tan, laughed by their own fans, laughed out of the building by their own fans, to potentially winning the AFC South, sneaking in the playoffs, and being a team that I don't know if they have enough weapons yet. And I seen old buddy tweet.
Darius Slay
tweeted, wait till Calvin Ridley, who's fresh out of a fucking gambling situation, comes back onto that team. He's a dude. Yeah. They're gonna be loaded with weapons. This year, I don't think it's realistic for Jags fans to think they're gonna win a Super Bowl. No. I mean, maybe. Crazier things have happened, but I don't think it's realistic to do that. But goddamn, they gotta be thinking 2-3 years from now, with the contracts they have, how long everybody's kind of locked in down there, with the money they will spend because the Khan family will invest. You gotta be fucking pumped down in Duval, AJ Hawk.
I hope they are. I mean, it's been a while since people have had a whole lot of reasons to be excited, I guess, in Jacksonville. What year was that, 2014, that Blake took him?
No, it was 17.
2017, then they blew it up immediately afterwards. Blake gets paid, everybody gets pissed, blow the thing up. Jalen's fighting the coach, Doug Marrone, all the complaints against the 25% of the league's complaints from players about the building came from the Jacksonville building.
Not good.
Then they end up in Clanton situation. First overall pick, couple years in a row. Urban Meyer.
Of course, finger guns.
Now here we are. And I was listening to Trevor Lawrence talk to Fitzmagic after the game on TNF late night,
Of course.
overnight,
Night show?
après-vous.
Post game.
Post-game night?
No,
I believe it's late night.
It has a cool name.
Yeah,
it has a different name than everybody else's.
TNF After Dark?
That's like what I'm thinking.
It has the SNL theme, I know, going into it.
Yeah, it has like it's like its own show. The after show is its own show. They were inside because the rain and the wind.
Yeah.
They did a Christmas gift thing that was fun. I enjoyed it.
Nightcap.
Nightcap. There it is. So it has it actually has its own. It's a different show than the pregame show, even though it's the same people. They treat it as a different show. They were chatting with Trevor Lawrence and Fitzmagic, who had that incredible sweater on.
Yeah.
Everybody else is cold. Gonzalez actually got a Snuggie from the Amazon production people for Christmas.
I thought he had a sweatsuit on.
Just see him.
They got him a Snuggie
makes sense.
in this after dark nightcap show or whatever. What's that?
Did you see Fitzy with just chilling on set, solving a Rubik's Cube?
So was that during nightcap or no?
I think it was earlier.
So during nightcap, he actually gave a gift to Richard Sherman of Rubik's Cube portrait that was put together of him and Richard Sherman as stepbrothers pose.
That's awesome.
Like this or whatever. Good show. I literally watched the first time I ever watched the entire show. I don't know if it's always that entertaining. Pretty entertained. I was pretty entertained while I was watching it last night. Fitzmagic was talking to Trevor Lawrence, and Fitzmagic made a couple comments. He was like, it was very apparent that the person that was calling plays for you has played in a rain game before. So Fitz was like, as quarterback to quarterback, it feels like that was something I picked up. I'm like, I didn't even think about feeling as if the play caller has no idea what you're going through. If you're a quarterback and the play caller's making plays and you're like, man, I can't fucking do that. Yeah. Obviously that has happened in the past for Fitz and probably other quarterbacks. So that was a fun little thing. And then he talked about what Peterson has done. And he said basically just adding tools into his toolbox so he has answers when people do stuff is what Doug Peterson has done. The checks out of plays and other plays, him having all the answers, Trevor Lawrence talked about. I have all the answers now, and Doug Peterson has allowed me to have all the answers and allowed me to make checks and change to another play and help me out. Him talking about what him and Doug's relationship was on that TNF nightcap was, hey, it's like, they are... That feels like a team that's going in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that feels like a relationship that's only going to grow and get better with time. And they're both like, Doug's going to understand as time goes what Trevor does best, what I can do, where I should put him, what I can ask him to do. And Trevor's going to also know what Doug may be calling in certain situations too, and they can kind of be on the same page.
Yeah, the whys.
Yep.
I think that's a massive deal. And you had to call plays for a defense, obviously, as middle linebacker. And I know it's not as in-depth as offense. Because
I had to repeat plays. I just had to repeat plays. You don't have to call them. If you have the speaker, you're just regurgitating what the coach is giving you.
Well, that's what quarterbacks are doing too.
Checks.
I mean, I guess we can dumb down everything that everybody does. Okay, yeah, this person's repeating.
No, not calling plays. The coordinator is calling the defense. I'm just relaying what he's calling.
Okay, got it. So anytime we say the quarterback's calling plays in the huddle, we should say relaying plays in the huddle that's being sent in, unless they are a quarterback that's calling their own plays. Got it. Anyways, you trying to defer credit, got it. Yeah. Okay, anyways, you were the person who is relaying a message from somebody much smarter at football than you, much better at football than you, to everybody else, okay? But I think you understanding the whys of something's getting called is a big deal, even on the defensive side of the ball, because if somebody on the field, if you say something, they say what, and you go, hey, we're going cover 2 right now, let them eat, whatever. Like, they just like one of those quick little, like, clarifiers for everybody else on the team is a big deal, I think. The why and knowing the why is a big deal, and I think Trevor has that with Doug. I think that's good. It's
huge.
Yeah.
Isn't that how you learn? Like, that's how I learn, at least. I know everyone learns differently, but if I know why we're doing something, you can retain it and you can understand, okay, even if I disagree with it, well, I think this is stupid. I disagree with how we're playing this, but I do see where coach is coming from. I think we're wrong, but I understand, so I can do this and understand why I'm doing it.
And on the defensive side, just a quick, and I didn't play, I'm not the all-time leading tackler for the Packers, so I hate when other shows do this. Should have AJ do this, but I'm going to say it, and if I'm wrong, you let me know. But if the D coordinator is deciding, hey, we're bend but don't break right now, like we are, and you're in the other teams like 25 or 30, and you're calling something safe, there's going to be guys on the field that are like, hey, why aren't we, hey, we need to go. And it's like, man, we're letting them get yards right now, and then we're going to tighten up in the red zone. Like that is something that happens on the defensive side of the ball, right? I assume that takes place.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't. It's not usually like talked about a whole. Like, hey guys, we know. Like, you just know going into the game, hey, they're going to get their yards, guys. But when it matters, we need to bow up and we need to keep them out of the end zone.
Exactly. So whenever the play is getting rallied in, it's like, why are we doing this? This is why even if we don't think even if all of us don't agree with it, Here's why we're doing it. It feels like Trevor and the offense have that thought. And that motherfucker can run, too. I mean, watching Trevor last night was awesome, dude. It was really a lot of fun.
When he got rid of that last ball, he got killed. Sorry, Conman, I believe it was you. But getting rid of the ball alone was unreal. And then the fact that like you said, that was a hit from 1994. Like, that's what it used to be.
Hey, I think that was also...
Yeah, was he too far back? Was he more than 12
They didn't
yards?
call intentional grounding, but I think he goes back into the box.
Once you leave it, though.
You're gone forever.
Oh, okay.
All right, never mind. I'm wrong.
That makes more sense.
But cool, like, he got up right from this. He also, what was that, 3 weeks ago, where he fucking snapped his leg in half and then came back into the game?
Oh, yeah, at halftime. Going into halftime.
Against Detroit.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we love Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yeah. He's
Definitely.
a guy for sure. And
And Trevor, you never had to prove anything to us, okay?
No.
You never had to prove anything to anybody. People have been talking to you, and Kirk said since 8th grade.
Yeah.
This dude. 8th grade, he was taller than everybody, just like he is now. 8th grade, he was throwing the ball better than everybody. They're like, 8th grade, this guy's the guy. Had no fuck-ups, okay? So we should have been paying respect to that, although there have been people in the past that have similar resumes that have gone on to be busted in the NFL. For us, with it being Jacksonville and with that first year going the way it goes, it's almost like as a show, it's hard to allot or invest time into this guy. If we're going to be an NFL show, it's like, it's hard to do. Then you watch like last night and then these last 7 weeks and the highlights and then the game flow and the energy he's shown. It's like, oh, the NFL's got a fucking guy. Like, we are lucky that this dude is now in our league, I think. I honestly believe that. And I can't wait to watch him continue to grow.
yeah, like you can add him to the pantheon of great young quarterbacks for sure. And especially when you were talking about, last year thinking about bust.
Love that. Right there.
Yep.
Just that one little thing right there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Man, this dude could put on 30 pounds of muscle, too, between now and the next 5 years.
Just like that. And I don't think he has as big as the Teflon vest. Looks a little smaller there. He still has it, but it looks a little smaller so he can be more active. I think we're probably going to bolster that a little bit. I assume we're probably going to get a little bit bigger. You know what I mean?
Think about it.
Over the next couple of years, we're trying to project what we feel like Trevor Lawrence is probably going to look like. He runs, though.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he was running.
He was,
51
behind,
yards last night.
Yeah, behind ETN, he was their, top rusher. And then when you're talking about fucking, what's his name, Doug Peterson, Kirk talked about on the broadcast, like finally there was some sort of consistent, same guy every day coach that he's had. And you've said it before too, like, sure they struggled in the beginning, but wasn't there part of Trevor Lawrence that had to like re-trust these coaches?
Yeah, I think that's what Peterson said.
Yes.
Peterson said was our biggest hurdle was earning the trust of the players.
Yeah.
Like the player-coach relationship was tough. And the trust he's
That's
talking
a Super Bowl winning coach as well. Not too far either. Like, that's crazy that they had to do that.
he's going to have 2 statues outside of stadiums in the NFL. Doug Peterson. Could you imagine he fucking wins with the Jaguars? Oh, my
The
God.
Jags would they would give him one, wouldn't they?
They might put one on top. Jackson
You're right.
DeVille with his cheeks out
Skydive off of it.
might jump off the top of the Doug Peterson statue at the top of the fucking stadium to bring the ball in if they are able to win there.